Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Richard Moglin and welcome back to the TraderLion channel. Today in this video, we'll be talking about a very useful way you can track rotation and identify where the money is flowing on any particular day. And that is with the up on volume screen through MarketSmith. And if you don't have this screener or tool, don't worry, because you can easily replicate this entire process that we'll talk about in this video, regardless if you're using TC2000, TradingView, or whatever your favorite screener is. So let's go ahead and open up this screen, and this is where you find it. You go to New Screen, MarketSmith Stock Screens, and select Up on Volume. And going through the actual criteria, so you can replicate this in whatever software you wish, you can see we're first looking for the volume percent change compared to the norm to be over 20%, the price percent change on that day to be over 1%, the current price to be over $10, and also the 50-day average volume in terms of thousands of shares to be greater than 10, and finally the market cap to be over $250 million. So let's go ahead and open up the screen results and talk about the process that you should use to interpret this information on any given day. And taking a look at the results of the screen, the first thing you want to do is go over here and see overall how many items show up based on the up in volume screen. And this is really an insight into the current breadth of the market on that particular day. If, for instance, there's under 100 items, I would say that breadth is not great. There's not a lot of stocks moving up on volume, and the overall conditions were kind of poor. But if you have at least 250, 300 items showing up, breadth is pretty good, and there's definitely some opportunities and some names you should be watching from this list. So going into the results a little bit more in depth, there's three main ways you want to scan and sort these by and kind of spacebar through. And the first is the relative volume versus that 50-day. So let's actually open up this chart, and sorting by this column, you'll basically get the earnings gap ups, you'll get the breakouts from sound bases, and you basically want to spacebar through and note any stocks that are gapping up on volume, showing that nice breakout potential. And you can see INVA catches my eye, great move on volume. And these are types of stocks that if you catch them early on in their move, just as they're breaking out, you'll be able to really profit and have a potentially really nice trade. So definitely go ahead and check these through. Some of these are just kind of off the bottom, but you really want to be paying attention to stocks that are breaking out of sound bases and showing that huge relative volume. Moving on to the second way that you want to scan this screen is by using the relative strength rating. And once again, we're looking for power, we're looking for accumulation, and also you want to be noting any groups that are really standing out and appearing over and over on this list, because sometimes it'll be all Oilers, sometimes it'll be all software, and that kind of shows you where the money was flowing on that particular day. And here, the number one result is Arch, definitely a name I have on my radar, a lot of power. You've got earnings today here, acting pretty decent, and overall there's a lot of miners on this list today. We've got a lot of Oilers because that has been leading recently, and also I do see some AOSL, so some semiconductors appear on here, NVIDIA also. So that just kind of is something you want to keep track of. Note any groups that you're seeing over and over again, because once again, that's where the money is flowing on that day, and it could continue over the course of the next few days and weeks. And this helps you kind of stay on top of rotation. And the last way you want to go ahead and sort this screen by is the current price from high to low, and just look for any of those huge liquid names that could be showing some up on volume on that particular day. So we've got NVR, BKNG, Y, Orly, MPWR. So once again, go through the first kind of 50 or so names here, note any groups that are standing out to you and are basically shaping up all together. And if you do see one that looks interesting, go ahead and click it, go to the weekly chart, and also take a look at the top RSN groups. That's a great way to get a sense of an overall group and how it's shaping up. So that's pretty much it for the up on volume screen. I think it's a great way to stay on top of market rotation, where the money is actually flowing, and also get some great ideas that are breaking out of bases and just showing a lot of volume in recent days. So overall, I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know any other screens, indicators that you'd like me to make a video about down below in the comment section. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in future videos. Thanks.